Alright, let's see what happens with Peach this time. 3. And she's back to seeing Bowser. She's also landing on a happening space. Alright, it's time for a 4-player minigame. Slot Car Derby. Alright, let's do this.
Ready?
And we got it! Just a little bit short right there beating my record, but at least I'm so glad we won it. Alright, 4 for Yoshi this time. Alright, what's he gonna do here? He's stealing away some of Wario's coins. Makes good sense since he's the one in first place. And Yoshi got half of Wario's money. He's also going to land on this happening space. Alright, 8 for me. And now we're finally getting on the board here with the star. That's what I'm talking about. So everybody's got at least 1 star now. Thank you, Koopa, for the 10 coins. And Wario gets a 4. He's getting him blocked now. And now he gets Boo. Oh boy. And I figured he was going to take away some of my coins since I'm barely the one in first place. Alright, so it looks like he got 7 of my coins. So that drops me out of the lead for now, but at least we're not too far behind. Peach is back to seeing this Boo here. And she's taking away some of Yoshi's coins. She gets 8 of them. And after that steal, I do very quickly get back the lead in first place. Let's head into a 4-player minigame, and it's Buried Treasure. Alright, who can find the treasure first? Let's find out. Come on, get out of my way! And looks like Wario got it first. Couldn't have any chance to get to it quickly, but that's okay. And Wario's gonna take over the lead in first place for now. Alright, 9 for Yoshi. Looks like he's going down. And he lost some coins there on the red space. Oh, speed block, and we get a 10 out of that. Alright, let me check the map very quickly here. Because I just want to make sure where the star is. So, it's basically currently on the left, so I may as well stay over there. Plus block for Wario, and he gained 10 coins out of that. But he still loses some on the red space. Alright, 5 for Peach. And looks like she's gonna just pay 1 coin here so she can pass through this toll. She is the first person to pass through this toll as well. Alright, 2 versus 2, and it's gonna be basketball. Okay, let's do it. Alright, Peach is my teammate here. Let's see what happens. Oh shoot, how did I miss? Okay, we still got it. Thank goodness. We do take the lead back right there in first place, which is good to see. And now we are on to the last 5 turns. So let's check out our current standings. So like I just mentioned, I'm in first place, Wario's in second, Peach is in third, and Yoshi's in last. And Koopa's going to predict Yoshi will win. Kind of makes a good point right here, since we are on Yoshi's board. Alright, but anyways, we of course know for the rest of the game that all blue and all red spaces are now going to be worth twice their normal amount of coins, and we'll now get a bonus of 20 coins from passing star. But anyways, let's see how the last 5 turns go. Alright, 6 for Yoshi this time. Now we go back to me. We get a minus block, but we're only losing 1 coin from that. Alright, 6 for Wario. And he's going to be getting himself another star. So Wario's now in the lead with 2 stars. But let's not give up yet. Oh boy. Happening space for Wario. And that cannot be good for where I'm at right now. Gotta hope that somebody else, or maybe even myself right here, could get another happening space, but we'll just have to wait and see. Hi, 4-player mini game. Coin block blitz. Alright, let's do it. Alright, looks like we get 14 coins right there. That's pretty good. Alright, 4 more turns left. Alright, 5 for Yoshi. He barely got enough spaces for what he needed right there to get himself a star right here on this turn. So now he's got 2. And Yoshi's also landing on a happening space. And that will at least be good news for me right there for where I'm at. Because this does give me a chance right here to try to get another star right here. Since it's on the same side for where I'm at. Alright, I get a 10. And once again we're back to chance time. Oh boy. Alright, what's gonna happen now? It involves Yoshi, and it also involves Wario. Oh! Wario's gotta give a star to Yoshi, okay. So now Yoshi is gonna be in the lead with 3 stars. Now we really gotta try for a comeback here. Alright, 3 for Wario. And he gets a good mushroom, so he gets to go again. Alright, it's gonna be an 8. Peach gets an 8 as well. And looks like she's about to get her second star here as well. And Peach loses a turn, so she got a poison mushroom. Alright, 4-player mini game. Bombs away. Alright, let's go. Oh boy, I'm dizzy. And Yoshi and Wario are out. No! How in the world did I fall in the water right there? That did not make any sense. Oh wow. So Peach unfortunately wins that mini game, but it is what it is. Alright, we still have 3 more turns remaining, and Yoshi's gonna get himself a 2. He gets to do a 1-player mini game, and it's gonna be ground pound. Well, despite some mistakes that Yoshi made, he still managed to win that in time. Alright, I got a 5. Alright, there's my second star. I will gladly take that. Alright, 5 for Wario. And now he's doing a 1-player minigame as well. Oh, he's playing Whack-a-Plant. So he has a chance right here to try to get himself a whole lot of money here. Alright, looks like Wario gets a total of 25 coins. Alright, let's see what Peach rolls here. Oh, she actually can't move on this turn. Forgot that she got the poison mushroom on the previous turn. So my bad on that, folks. Alright. Anyways, Bumper Balls is our next minigame that we're playing. You always can't go wrong with this classic minigame. Alright, let's do it. And there was Wario. Alright, Peach is out. Now we just gotta try to knock out Yoshi. We have 5 seconds to try to do this. No! Come on! I fell in the water at the last second! That is just stupid! That could have been at least a draw right there if I would have held on, but that just still didn't make any sense for what happened. And now Yoshi's taking away some of my money here with this boo. And he got 11 right there. And he's landing on the happening space. It's 6 for me. Warrior's getting an 8. Peach gets herself a 10. And looks like she's paying 6 coins at this stall. Okay. We're heading into a 4-player minigame, and we're playing Musical Mushroom again. Let's see if we can possibly get another win on this one. Oh, Yoshi got it this time. Oh well. We tried. Alright, we're on to the last turn of the game, and Yoshi gets himself a 9. Alright, looks like we get a warp block, and we're switching places with Yoshi. Alright, it's gonna be a 9 for Wario. Now it's time for him to see Bowser. Alright, what does Peach roll here? A 3. And she just landed on a Bowser space. It's Bash and Cash. So, Peach is going to be in the Bowser suit. And basically, this time right here, if she gets hit, then she'll instantly lose her money. Alright, time's up. Alright, how much coins did Peach lose here? 25. Alright, we're ending things off with a 1 versus 3 minigame. And it's going to be Piranha's Pursuit. I see Connor Condria online. And ever since when I first had Connor Condria as a special guest on my channel pretty recently, I did have him as a friend right here. It's nice that I'm starting to get along with him very well. I do hope to have him in more of my future videos as well. And Peach lost! Too bad! Alright, anyways, that's it for the last turn. So now it's time to go over the final results, and then we'll see who our winner is in a moment. So, let's take a look at our stars. Yoshi did have the most of them in the end with 3. Me and Peach had 2, and Wario had 1. We can still have a chance to win this. We just have to hope for some good luck on the bonus stars here. Alright, let's take a look at our coins. I did barely have the most of those in the end with 73. As you can see, I barely had the most coins by 1 ahead of Wario. That was pretty lucky. Alright, anyways, let's get to those bonus stars right now. Let's start off with the game star, and that goes to me. Alright, on to the coin star. That goes to me as well. Alright, finally, let's see who gets the happening star. That's gonna be Yoshi. Alright, who's the winner? It's me! That is how it's done! So that was a pretty intense game that we had right there in the end, but I'm glad we were barely able to come out on top. That is awesome. And Wario was the one that came in last. And I am the superstar! That's what I'm talking about. But yeah, like I said, this was a really close game that we had right there. It literally all came down to me and Yoshi after the bonus stars were given out. But I did manage to win it by 20 coins ahead of Yoshi. So I do have to say that was quite an amazing win that we were able to pull off right there in the segment. I will certainly take that. So now, let's go over our detailed results before we wrap things up for the segment. So, I had a mini game by 31 ahead of Yoshi. And looks like I barely had coin by 1 ahead of Wario right there. So that was pretty lucky of how I managed to pull that off. And looks like I barely landed on the most blue spaces by 1 ahead of Wario. Oh, everyone had a red space but me. And Yoshi had happening by 1 ahead of Wario. Yoshi and Wario tied each other for the most minigame spaces with 2. I had 1, and Peach was the only one that didn't even land on a single minigame space. I landed on the most chance time spaces with 3. Yoshi and Peach had 1, and Wario was the only one that didn't even land on a single chance time space. Yoshi landed on the most mushroom spaces with 3, while the rest of us had 1. And Peach landed on the most Bowser spaces with 3. I had 2, and Yoshi and Wario didn't land on any of them. But yeah, what a great game this was, if I do say so myself. And let me just say, I really am glad I was barely able to get that coin star by 1 ahead of Wario, because if I wouldn't have got it right here, then Yoshi would have won this game right here. So yeah, This was really close right here, but I'm glad we had barely managed to pull it off when we did. So that is certainly very exciting. Alright, we're going to put in all of our coins and stars into the bank. And let's see if I can possibly earn some more coins with the casino box. No, we unfortunately lose half of what we earned. That's alright. Alright, so anyways, that is going to do it for Mario Party for the Nintendo 64 as part of my 2026 Valentine's Day special. But we still have some more games to play, and I will see you all for the next segment right after this, so stay tuned.